My gosh! Guess what I did, you guys? I forgot a lip again. Hi guys, it's Missy. How are you? I am so super excited for today's video because I'm going to be using products that my 3 favorite YouTubers have recommended. They're either their current favorites or they've recommended them in the past. Either way, I'm so excited to get started with this video. Some things I did purchase, but some things I already had. So yeah, let's get started. So the first product is this NYX Angel Veil. So Allie Glines, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, and Thataylaa, her name is Taylor, but her YouTube name is Thataylaa. So if you hear me say Thataylaa or Taylor, they're the same person. So they both really enjoy this primer. This is a first impressions for me. I have not tried this. So I really love Allie and Taylor because they are so genuine. And let me shake this up. Taylor is the hardest working YouTuber that I have ever come across. I mean, this girl uploads regularly. She does a series, 15 days of foundation, that not only is it like bam, 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 15 straight days of videos, which I can't imagine. She tests these foundations and takes notes, and it's just insane. And she works with Project Beauty Share. So I actually have my shirt on now. Thank you, Next. So this, she does launch merch with her 15 days of foundation, and the proceeds go to Project Beauty Share, which is a great foundation that helps underprivileged women feel better about themselves, whether it's through feminine hygiene products, makeup, anything like that. So she works with them once a year and does a great job. For foundation, I actually have this one. This is one of my favorites as well. This is the 24-Hour Infallible Fresh Wear. So I am just going to apply this on the back of my hand and then take a brush. Allie Glines I've recently come across in the past year or so, and she is so sweet and also very genuine, hardworking. Her videos are so great. She does a series, Full Face of Nothing New, which I think is fantastic because we're always so worried about buying what's new and, you know, all of that. And there's so much, and it's just too much. So she has really encouraged me to step back and just use the makeup I have. So this foundation is one of Taylor's favorites and Allie Glines' favorites as well. I know Taylor really loved the CYO Life Proof, which I do have, but they are being discontinued. So I thought, what's the point in reviewing them if you guys can't get them? I just love the way this looks. And then a tip that Allie taught me and Taylor, I never used a brush until I started watching Taylor, but Allie generally applies her foundation with a brush, and then she'll just take a little bit on a sponge and just press that in. So I've been doing that, and it just, the brush helps with coverage, and then the sponge smooths everything out. And Allie is just, she is so sweet. She just seems like somebody I would love to hang out with. I mean, she is a doll and so talented. These ladies both are so talented. I love that foundation. I really do. For concealer, I have the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Ivory. And I have used this before, but it's been a long time. And I know Taylor recently rediscovered it, and I think Allie uses this too. So again, with Taylor and Allie, don't worry, I do have a third one coming. So what Taylor likes to do with this concealer is let it sit under her eyes to just have more coverage. So I'm going to let it sit for a minute while I'm building this out. And Taylor's like one of these no nonsense, like she has some chronic pain, and she just, you know, she gets her stuff done, and I'm an advocate of that. I mean, we all have our hardships and we all have difficult things we go through, but you got to keep moving. You got to keep pushing through. Hence my mug. Put your hair up, drink some coffee, and handle it. All right, so I think that has been on there long enough, so I'm just going to blend this out. Okay, yeah, I see what she means when she says to let it sit. It kind of dries it out and adds some more coverage. And I haven't used this in a long, long time. I'm so glad I'm left-handed, you guys, because I burnt my hand on my straightener this morning. and it hurts so bad. I was like, oh great, way to wake up on a Monday morning. So that actually looks really good. I like that. I forgot what I thought of it, and then again, I think it helps having that sit on my skin for a little bit. So for powder, I'm actually going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. One of my holy grail powders is their pressed powder, but I know that Taylor tends to steer clear of loose powders. I think this one is okay for her. Allie Glines does love this. And then finally, I can mention Jessica Braun, who is GM Beauty 89. And I found her through Taylor. They did like a collab together. They recommended products to each other. And then I binged watched her ever since. And it's actually thanks to Jessica that I actually got up the courage to start my YouTube channel. I went back and scrolled back, and she did a video of, I watched her first video and then second, third, so on. And then I came across a video that was just, it was how to start a YouTube channel or something like that. But it basically was like, just be yourself. You don't have to do, like, she doesn't do a lot of tutorials on her channel. And she nails it. I mean, she is so cute. Her daughter is so cute. Her family is adorable. She's also no nonsense. Like, I just feel like she's straight to the point, and I love her for that. But when I watched that video, I thought, you know what? She's right. Like, I don't need to wear false lashes to have a YouTube channel. I don't need to be a makeup artist to have a YouTube channel. I can just go on here and be myself and hope that people like me. And if they don't, that's okay too. They can just not watch. So I'm really appreciative to Jessica, who I found through Taylor, for that video. I mean, it really gave me that extra push to go. So for this powder, it was so easy to put on. I'm talking and didn't even realize it, but it was so easy to put on. And it is blurring. Wow. I see why they like this so much. Huh. Okay. I'm just going to take a smaller brush and set my under eye really quick. And I use the same powder to set my under eye. You don't have to. You can use a lighter powder or whatever works for you, but I just don't want to mess with all that sometimes. Oh, moving on to bronzer, which is like Allie Glines loves bronzer. Like, she loves it. Like, she's always like, oh, I'm going to step back and assess the situation. After her makeup's done, she's like, yep, I need more bronzer. But she and Taylor both rave about the Maybelline City Bronzer. This is in the shade 100. They should really do something together. I doubt they watch this, but Taylor, Allie, if you're watching this, you two have a lot of common when it comes to makeup. So maybe you could kind of do something like you and Jessica did, Taylor. So I'm just going to take this bronzer on a angled brush. Oh, okay. That's a good shade for me. And Allie, and they're all kind of my skin tone, so, which is nice because Allie wears the same shade foundation as me. So if she is reviewing a foundation that's new that I want to try, I just see what shade Allie got, and it usually works for me. This bronzer is very nice. It's very natural. It's easy to build up. It's easy to work with. Get it in my hairline. So for highlight, I am so happy, excited. I got my hands on this. Allie Glines raves about this. This is the Honest Beauty highlight, and she loves this stuff. Like, it's her holy grail. I dare to say that it's her holy grail. And I've never tried Honest Beauty before, so let's see. So I'm just going to take this. It's like a baked formula maybe. And just, she says it is very subtle and you can build it up. Oh, wow. You need this in your life. I see why. Because I can see it. It's very subtle, but I can see it, but it's not emphasizing my texture one single bit. Like, not one bit is it emphasizing my texture. Put this down the center of my nose. Oh, I have a hair there for my brush. So that is very, oh, I really like this. I wish I would have gotten this sooner. But I really value all of their opinions. I mean, sometimes I'll try something and it doesn't work for me, but for the most part, if I try something they recommend or they think highly of, I generally enjoy it, and it's no exception with this highlight right here. So pretty. So for blush, this is one that Jessica really loves, and Taylor actually tried it when they swapped out makeup ideas. And this is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush. I have this shade 10 Rosy. And the thing I love about Jessica is she's a mom. I think her daughter's like, she might be between, I know she's over 1, but maybe like 18 months. And she was a teacher before, and you can tell she speaks so well, but she just wears her makeup the way she wants to wear her makeup. She doesn't worry about if it's going to be Instagram approved or if it's going to be, you know, the hot new look. She just puts her makeup on and the way she feels good. And again, that's very inspirational for me because that's what I do. I mean, I'm a mom. I have a job. I just do what I do and I love it. So thank you again to Jessica. So this blush, let me see here. I can't really see. Okay, now I see it. It does have a bit of a sheen, but not too much, and it just gives the right flush of color. I like that. I'll be reaching for that again, definitely. So far, I really like the way everything looks. My skin feels very smooth, and I don't know if that's I know how the foundation works, but I don't know if it's the primer, the powder. I think it's a combination of both. And so for setting spray, definitely bought this because of Taylor. So this is the Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I'm almost out, but she recommended this and I had to get it, and it is just as good as she says it is. Anytime if you feel like your makeup's too cakey or you're too powdery, this is like magic. It just fixes it. You do have to shake it before use because there's like pearl luminescent stuff in there. It doesn't look weird on the skin, but you do have to shake it. So I have already gone through, I'm almost done with this one. I've gone through the other one that doesn't have the, it's just the Prime and Fine Dewy, I don't know what it is, but I've gone through like 4 bottles of that, but I love this one too. Love, love, love. Moving into eyes, so Jessica raves about this palette. This is the E.L.F, the New Classics palette, and I love E.L.F, and I was so excited to get my hands on this. Funny story, I bought all this makeup like probably a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, and I'm the kind of person that I get new makeup and I rip it apart and I'll try it even if it's over my existing makeup, but I couldn't do that. I was like, I have to save this makeup. I cannot touch it. So I have been waiting to try this. So this is really pretty. It's really got everything that you could need in here, and they have the shade names on there, which go E.L.F for that. So Jessica tends to wear just one shadow, sometimes 2, so we're going to do that today. So I am going to take my fluffy brush, and I think I'm going to go into the shade Truffle here. And again, Jessica's just like, you know what, this is the makeup I'm wearing, so like it or don't. And she's a hoot. She cracks herself up, she cracks me up. I'm so glad that Taylor and her did that little collab because I was able to find Jessica, and she's the best. They're all the best. I love them all. I remember the first time Taylor retweeted something that I did. I don't remember what it was, but she retweeted it and I totally like geeked out. Like, I'm like, ah, I told my husband, I'm like, Taylor retweeted my tweet. And he's like, who? I'm like, Thataylaa. And he knew who that was at that point, but I just totally geeked out. And, oh, and Allie Glines responded to one of my tweets too. So that was really cool. I just geek out. Like, these girls to me are like, ah, and they're not. I mean, they're so humble, but they're just, I love them so much. And I think, so I'm just going to do one more shade over the lid. And I think I'm just going to take this, stuck my nail in it. I hate that. I think I'm going to take the shade Gilded right here. It's this green color on my finger. I don't know, she may have me spoiled doing this because this looks really cute and it's 2 colors and it took me no time at all. No time at all. I'm just going to run some of that first shade, the Truffle shade, underneath my lower lash line. And before I forget, I did do my brows off camera. I can't believe I've done my brows 2 videos now. Like, they may not look the best. They're definitely like cousins. They're not sisters, they're not twins. But I use the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. And Allie Glines had been looking for a drugstore option forever. And she's been using this one. And her brows, I want to take her brows and put them on my face. She's adorable. They're so good. Her brows are so good. And notice everything is from the drugstore that I'm using. That's another reason why I love these girls. Like, they will use high-end stuff, they'll review it, but they also know the value of drugstore, and that's me. Like, I'll place some high-end in here, but 90% of the time I'm a drugstore girl through and through. For mascara, so this one is one of my favorites, and Allie just recently started using this, but I had to throw it in here because I love this mascara, and I think everybody should give it a try. It's the NYX On The Rise Volume Lift Mascara. Oh, and you want to talk about some stunning lashes. Allie Glines has some stunning lashes. They should all, like, go to lunch. They should all go to lunch and vlog it. I always poke my eye out. Oh! Try not to sneeze. Try not to sneeze. That's the worst. When you're like, oh, my makeup is good today, I'm good. You put your mascara on and then you sneeze and it's like, okay, well, that's lovely. I've used this powder forever. Like, I remember, I think I was even maybe in high school or right after high school that I used the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, but I've never used it in the way that Allie Glines uses it, and that is to set the T-zone. So I don't get oily in my T-zone, but I do get some creasing. So I'm going to give this a try and just put this, and this is after her setting spray. So I'm just going to put this here, and here, and up here. Okay. So in true Allie fashion, I'm going to step back and assess the situation. She's so cute when she does that. And I, like Allie, am going to add more bronzer. She's so cute. I mean, she's like, if I had a little sister, I would want her to be my little sister. She's just so sweet. They're all sweet. They're all younger than me, so you guys can all be my little sisters. For lips, I am going to go into Sophia, and this is the Buxom gloss, and Jessica Braun really likes the Buxom gloss. She loves the shade Claire, which I do have, but I can't find it. And it's just a nice, it is a plumping gloss, and my husband hates, if I kiss him and I have this on, he hates it. More the reason to do it. But anyway, I just love this gloss. I have so many of these. So that completes today's video. I had so much fun doing it. I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I do appreciate Taylor, Jessica, and Allie for inspiring me always. I will link their channels down below because you guys should definitely check them out. They are a huge reason why I'm doing this today, and I feel like I know them all personally because I just love them and I love their videos. I totally geeked out doing this video, and I was so happy doing it, and it was so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me some love. Hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.